So today we are doing a walking vlog tour of Renton, Washington. What's up everybody? I'm Tova Williamson.
Leah Zamir.
And on this channel we shoot videos of what's it like to live in the Seattle metro area. So today we are in Renton, kind of loud, downtown Renton. Let's see, we'll kind of pan around and we'll walk around.
Cute little block streets.
Yeah, so Renton is a suburb just south of Seattle, kind of southeast. It sits just at the southern tip of Lake Washington, borders Seattle to the west, Seattle and like Kent. Renton's actually a pretty big city in Washington. It's one of the like top, I think it's like the 11th biggest city in Washington, but pretty big suburb to Seattle. A lot of people move here just because the housing is a little bit more affordable than Seattle. It also borders Issaquah, kind of the east side area.
It's a good connector for like the I-5 and the 405.
Yeah.
It's like the southern buffalo.
Yeah, it's right where I-5 and 405 meet. So a lot of people, like if some people work on the east side and some people work in Seattle, it's kind of a good in-between place to go. But we're walking in the downtown area, which has seen a lot of revitalization. It used to not be the most happening place around, but they've really kind of poured a lot of money into it. There's a farmer's market down here on Tuesday. There's a bunch of like summer events. Renton borders the Cedar River, which we're gonna go walk by, and there's like a bunch of parks around there. I've actually floated that river before. It's a very lazy river, but it's kind of nice to just like sit on a tube and cruise down the river. So yeah, we're kind of walking on a back street here, but the street we're just on is the main kind of jam of downtown Renton.
3rd Street.
Yeah, 3rd Street. But we've got, I mean, you can see over here, there's some new construction townhouses and apartments and condos. We've got some office buildings over here. We're just at a really cute little coffee shop. There's a bunch of restaurants.
There's a big Asian community down in Renton, so you have a lot of good access to like good Korean food and Vietnamese food, and
yeah,
some of my favorite Szechuan places down here too.
Nice. And then Renton also has a pretty good like industry. There's I think there's like a Boeing center down here, and then there's quite a few tech companies down this way. The Seattle Seahawks practice area is down here, so if you're a football fan, you can be close to the Seahawks.
Saw Nate Robinson at that Target.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would know.
I didn't. My ex-husband did. He's like, oh my God.
But yeah, we're just, I mean, this is kind of a more quiet street. We got buses over here.
Do you know what the average housing price is?
Yes. So, Renton, you'll get a little bit more for your money, but prices have gone up a lot in Renton over the past several years. Median home price for a single family home in Renton for June of 2024 was about $800,000.
Makes sense.
So, and that'll get you probably like maybe 1,800, 2,000 square foot house.
3.2, sometimes a 4.2.
And then condos were about 400,000 for median price. So definitely lower price for condos. You can absolutely find less than that and more than that. It just kind of depends on the area in Renton. There's a lot of good kind of small rambler starter homes. Just got the bus chilling here.
A lot of my tech clients actually moved down here.
Yeah.
I think it's because, again, that 405 I-5 connector.
Yeah.
You have access to like Amazon, Google, all that stuff.
Yeah. And there are, yeah, like the little rambler, like 50s types of homes that are, you can find some for like 600,000, 700,000.
I kicked that.
That was an apple. Yeah, and then, I mean, you can even find cheaper condos. And then there's some areas in Renton that are more expensive, like the Highlands, and so there is a portion of Renton, like northeastern part that borders the Issaquah area that is still in the Issaquah school district. That school district is very highly rated and very desirable, so homes in that school district tend to sell for more than other similar homes in Renton
the Highlands
that are not in that school district.
Also, there's some spots of the Highlands that do have water access and water views. So
Yeah, there is
they
part,
are
yeah.
above, they breach $1 million right away.
Yeah, there's definitely like $1 million houses in Renton, which is kind of crazy. You're like, what?
When I first moved to Washington, I lived down here for a couple months, and it's changed.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years, but it's been an amazing flip. I mean, 2019, 2020, people started to realize how close proximity it was to everything, and they started to buy up the houses.
Yeah. So like the downtown area actually has like some of these cute, more like older 20s, 30s era homes. And then the further you get out from downtown, there's just a lot more new construction. There's a lot of like 1990s like subdivisions built up in that area. There's a lot of mid-century homes too in Renton. Renton apparently started as a coal town back in the day. It was very like industrious in that regard, and I guess it was a pretty poppin' place in the 50s. And then it kind of died down after that once 405 got built up. Once 405 got built, then it kind of cut off Renton a little bit, so it kind of died a little bit, and now they're revitalizing it more and building up more stuff.
They've done an amazing job.
Yeah, it's
Crime rate's gone down.
Oh, zucchini. People's farms are growing. Or not farms, gardens. But yeah, what else about Renton? There's an IKEA in Renton.
The IKEA. I don't know of another one in Washington.
There's not. That's the one. It's huge. So if you want some good assembled modern furniture. Unassembled, yeah, that you have to assemble. IKEA's the spot. Also, one thing I noticed down here too, there's like casinos down here.
Oh, don't get me started.
Like
My favorite poker room is in
How is that
Renton.
allowed? Like, how does that happen?
Well, they're card rooms.
Oh, okay.
They're not full casinos.
So it's not like
but
full.
The best poker in Washington is in Renton.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of little casinos around. I'm like, what?
I was holding out that fact. I don't know if it was vlog appropriate, but you will see me
vlog appropriate.
Fortune Poker from time to time. And it's the better poker place too because they actually have good food there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we're coming up on the old Cedar River here. Very nice. We'll kind of pan over. So there's a bunch of little parks around here. And then, so here's the river. You can float it, like I said before, kind of fun. And then there's a nice little walking trail along the river too. It's nice and cool and, you know, breezy. You got some apartments along. We want to just walk a little bit down here.
Yeah.
Very nice and peaceful on a hot day. And today it's actually cooler. It's been like in the 80s and people here just, you know, we can't really handle that. So today's like in the 70s. It's perfect today.
It's been a wonderful summer.
It has been. I haven't, you know, I've been enjoying it. I got AC at my house, so I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
bring it out.
I got a whole bless your heart for being in the heat pregnant the other day when I was walking around. I was like, I'm from Sacramento. This is a breezy day.
Yeah, Leah's what, 7 months pregnant now?
Oh, so big.
She's getting there.
Won't see me on the vlog for a while.
We won't be doing vlogs for a while. Maybe then you can bring the baby in the back.
Oh yeah, I already brought my dog. Remember we took a poop in one of the videos.
So yeah, it's just a nice, quiet kind of little cruise. We're gonna drive around some of the neighborhoods in Renton so you can see that. There's also the Landing, which is like a big kind of mall area in Renton that got built up in the last, like, I don't know, 10 years or so.
Yeah.
It
was like brand new when I lived there.
Little sculpture. Coyotes, maybe? Coyotes?
Yeah. Sure. I vote coyote.
Okay.
We could read about it, but we'll leave that for you guys.
And then, yeah, there's a bunch of little picnic tables along here. And then one thing too, like we mentioned before with Renton, it's kind of like sandwiched in between I-5, 405, and then there's a couple of like east and west smaller, like I don't know if they're highways, but
we looked up that on one of our last. What the difference was?
I think freeways don't have lights. Highways do. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Whatever. I'm sure somebody's gonna comment about it.
Figure the facts out.
And let us know.
If you know, let everyone else know.
So, all right, we're coming up to kind of a busier street over here. So we will stop and then we're gonna cruise around some of the neighborhoods and show you guys that. Stay tuned. All right, so we're coming in on the Landing, which is the shopping center, kind of newer in Renton. It's pretty, you know, just a shopping center. All your big box stores. It's kind of cute. You got Panera Bread. They kind of have it like laid out like a little town, though. And then you've got some apartments, like some mixed-use buildings. I've actually been to like a good little wine bar here before. We've got some apartments
they
here.
Got Target.
Close to transit. Oh yeah, Target.
Forget.
Target. PetSmart.
And Stopless.
Staples. Everything you need.
Got a good movie theater.
I think that's like a driving range over there too. You can see like the
Oh, isn't it Topgolf?
Yeah, because there is a golf course in Renton.
Their factory. The big Boeing location is in Everett, and this is like a little satellite branch.
Yeah.
And then there's also like an airport, like a private airport.
Yeah, there is the Renton Municipal Airport. So yeah. So these are kind of some of the classic like Rambler starter homes that I was talking about in Renton that you can find. Down here you definitely get bigger lots. And kind of good starter homes. These are not going to be in the 800s. Like some of these you can get for 5 to 6, in the 5s and 6s. So you definitely get a variety. So we're coming up on some of the Renton Highlands. So this area you will see kind of more new construction, more of these housing developments being built. I feel like this is kind of where you're going to see those $800,000, $900,000 price range. And some of these, definitely more suburban feel out here versus some of the other areas where we just were downtown that kind of had a little bit more urban feeling.
A lot of little micro developments.
Yeah. We'll cruise through one of these. But a lot of kind of trees. And then, yeah, you see over here, you got kind of the mix. You got the old mid-centuries, and then they pop in these developments.
Let's go. The left's here.
Yeah.
It's one of these cute little developments. Small lots, big houses. That's how they roll.
Yeah, the houses go right to the end of the lot. You got the basketball hoop, the kitties. And then, yeah, a lot of these will have just kind of like small HOA dues, maybe, you know, $30 a month or $50 a month just to maintain the, probably more than $30 a month, but to maintain the sidewalks and maybe the mailboxes. And then out like this, you got a little play thing here, so your dues cover that. Sometimes they do a monthly or they do like an annual charge. And then, yeah, here you go. Then you're back out to the older style. So you got quite the mix here. So Renton's kind of got, you know, you can find most any different kind of housing here.
Full range. I haven't seen any of the mid-century.
Oh, look at this cool car.
Oh, here's one. Oh, it's just split level, I guess. Go ahead. You got the cooler car. You get the right away.
I got it. I love it. I love those colors. the old cars, huh?
Oh, here's a mid-century.
It's a real cutie.
Oh, sorry.
The trees are in the way. Over here, let's check it out. These are kind of like those little ramblers.
Oh, yeah, here's a bunch on this side.
Oh, yeah.
Tinier ones, but mid-centuries usually pay like a 10% increase in sales price just because everybody loves them.
People like that style. And if people feel strongly about mid-centuries, I feel like some people love them and then other people hate them.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends.
Polarized for sure.
So that was our walking vlog tour of Renton, walking and driving vlog tour. So if you're thinking about moving to Renton or anywhere in the Seattle metro area, give us a call, email, text. We got your back when you're moving to Seattle. See you later.